Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Today, this is going to be a quick video showcasing how I organize my gold making and how exactly I set everything up. Now, this is not going to be a tutorial on TSM. This is not going to be an actual gold making tutorial. However, this is just going to be an overview on how I organize my gold and how I set up my characters to best help me. Now, hopefully this video gives you guys an idea of how I manage all my different sources of income, basically, from gold, and hopefully you can use this to your advantage, either copying some of the things I do or just modifying a little bit. But yeah, let's get into it. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the 3 characters that I make gold on. Now, these characters are where I actually post and sell my auctions. So, the 3 that I have, one is strictly for Transmog, the second one is strictly for old world materials and other crafted Transmog, and then we have the third one, which is for Shadowlands materials, as well as any current things that I am testing. But we're going to break those down right now. So, I have a bank ult. It's currently level 2. I'm working on it to get to level 10, so it has delete protection. However, this is my Transmog character. Here we go. So this is my Transmog character. Every character I have is set up with big bags. They are all about 30 slot bags, basically. So that's what I do. No matter the level, I always give them 30 slot bags. And then this is strictly my Transmog character. So if we look in the mailbox, I have about 1,000 mail that I need to open and repost. But this is strictly all of my farmed Transmog. This is from Zul'Farrak, this is from AQ20, this is from Dire Maul, this is from BRD, RFK, RFD, any of these dungeons. If I get a piece of Transmog that I want to sell, then I will send it over to this character. As you can see, I also have a little bit of cloth on this character, as well as some random crafting reagents, and that's basically from whenever I do, let's say, Zul'Farrak, and you get a ton of Magebreathe cloth, I just already send it over to this character because I don't need it on my tailorer, so I just want to send it off and sell it. So yeah. Now, I also have a TSM group, which is strictly set out for Transmog. So as you can see, they are separated by the different expansions. I have some alchemy and stuff in the bottom, but they are separated by expansions, and each one of them has the list of Transmog, and that is exactly how I go about organizing. So yeah, that is how I organize it. And then, as you can see, this is one out of the many different profiles, as you can see, and a lot of them are kind of funny named because this was back in like Legion and back in BFA where maybe I could get the long boy, stuff like that. So I have multiple different profiles. This is sent onto my Transmog one, and all you do, go over, hit post, and it will scan and post everything. So yeah, this is how I go about selling all of my Transmog items. If I have any overflow, it will be in the bank of this character. So yeah, this is my Transmog, storage, and auctioneer. So if we move on to our old world materials and crafted Transmog, we have this bank tune. Currently, I have him placed in Shathrath City, just because I like that auctioning area. It's not very crowded, stuff like that. And this character basically just has all of my old world crafts and everything like that. So we can see we have some expired auctions. We also have some sold auctions. Not many, but it is about 4,000 gold, and it's strictly basically old world enchantments. However, sometimes you get those big hitter sales, stuff like that, but this is my house for all types of old world stuff. As you can see, we have materials, we have battle pets, we have crafted Transmog, we have old crafted gear, we have a bunch of gems, a bunch of enchants, anything that is considered non-Shadowlands, it is on this character. Now, the reason I have this set up differently from my current Shadowlands items is because these items do not require constant reposting. Now, I log in once a morning, just as I'm doing right now. I scan them all, I post them all, and then I leave it. They run out in 24 hours, then the next morning I wake up and I do it all over again. This basically gives me time to not worry about these auctions because they're not going to get undercut, and if they do, it's okay because I'm not that pressured to sell them. This is not a character that I go on constantly and repost, rescan, do all this. This is strictly a one post a day, and that's it. This also goes for my Transmog character. I post that once a day, and then I leave it be. I do not do cancel scans. I do not repost anything, because if they undercut me, oh well. These items don't have a lot of competition, so if I do get a sale, it's really good. But yeah, we're just going to post these auctions, and then we're going to move on to the next character. Now, before I forget, this TSM group on this character is kind of a random bunch of materials. This is actually my BFA and my Legion groups all combined into one. Since there's no Shadowlands in here, then I didn't really need to update anything because, of course, Shadowlands items are not getting on this character. However, it has anything. This is all from my BFA profession list. Then, of course, I have Legion all the way up to Vanilla. I have my Old World enchants. I have my Transmog for crafting. I have toys, pets, patterns, mounts, etc. So this is just kind of a big jostle of everything Old World that is non-Shadowlands. However, it does not include farmed Transmog. As you can see, this is my 8.3 profile, so it is quite old compared to now. It's about 9. What it even is now, like 9.0 something at this point. But yes, this is my old BFA profile that I use strictly for Old World. Alright, so my final bank tune is actually my main of Shadowlands. This is currently the only character that I have been doing my Shadowlands content in. Of course, I have gotten my alts through the mall in order to get Shadowlands professions. However, I have not actually picked a covenant, done anything like that. So, the reason why I keep my Shadowlands items and actually sell on this main character instead of a bank tune is because I am always on this character. So, I have easy access to the auction house and I can always see my sales in real time because they pop up in my chat. I am also not a big current content player. As you can see, I still have not completed my campaign. I am still renown level like 21 at this point, so current content is not my main focus, so I mostly sit on this character and do auction house stuff. That is why I keep it on this character, because my bags are not being full of quest items, stuff like that, because I strictly kind of just don't do quest or any of that current content at the moment. But as you can see, if we log on, I have all of my sales from the past night. As you can see, I've sold about 156k worth. Now, there are some expires since I only post my auctions for 12 hours each. And on the auction house, there are a ton of items that are also about to expire. So whenever I get on this character, I make sure to do a cancel scan to make sure I see everything that's been undercut, and most of it all has been. So it's basically just going to cancel all the items that I have posted so I can repost again. So if we look at these canceled items, as you can see, almost all of them are Shadowlands related, or they are very fast sellers. As you can see, I have abyssal crystals on this character, and that is because one day ago I decided to try and do a flip. I bought them out at like 3 gold a piece, and now I am selling them for 9 gold. So the reason why I have it on this character is because this is an active flip that I am trying to do, and I actually want to keep track of how it's going, so that is exactly why I keep this on this character. Another thing, as you can see, I have potions of treasure finding, as well as Arcanite bars on this character. The reason for that, once again, is this was an active flip in craft. I basically bought off I bought out all of the arcane crystals on the market, turned them into arcanite bars as well as enchanted elementium, and I'm trying to gauge how long it takes to sell them. And I want to make sure I'm not getting undercut so I can get a proper value. So that is exactly why I'm keeping it on this character. I also have Spinebug. However, this is a Shadowlands battle pet, which is why I keep it on this character. I also have Shadowweave masks because, once again, I am trying to get value on how fast I can sell these, so I'm keeping multiple of them on my character so I can track the value. Same goes with Trillium as well as these hoof plates. So yeah, basically everything that is non-Shadowlands, there's a reason why it's on this character, either if it's for tracking for a video, tracking for my personal help, anything like that, it's strictly because I want to know in real time when they sell. So, to post these items, I do not use TSM. I actually do it the old-fashioned way, as go on here, make sure it's a good price, post it. I do it with all of these. The reason for that is because there are a lot of undercutting going on, and I want to make sure I am posting it at the correct price for me, and to make sure that TSM is not messing up with my values. There we go. So if you get that all posted, as you can see, I have everything posted on the auction house. Now, I do use cancel scans in order to cancel these items because it can still do that really well, and it allows me to not have to click on everything, hit cancel, etc. It really speeds up the process. As you can see, these all just got undercut. So we can go through here, undercut all these bags and everything that's also undercut. So yeah, basically I'm just reposting these bags since they did get undercut, stuff like that. And there we go. Everything is officially reposted. As you can see, I have about 500,000 posted in item value because I still have to do my restocking and etc. But yeah, that is how I post my Shadowlands items. Now, I do have groups for these items. As you can see, I have alchemy, blacksmithing, cooking, etc. These are all professions for Shadowlands strictly. Now, these are not my own groups. I kind of forgot where I got them from. I think I just got them off the TSM website. But these do not have operations. As you can see, these all have default operations, and that is because I do not use this to post. The only thing I have different is I have this mailing operation for bracers, because whenever I want to craft these on my character, I want to send them over to my inscriptionist for scrapping. So I have this set up so whenever I craft them, all I have to do is hit the button and it mails everything over. But yeah, I do have professions groups set up. However, I do not actually use them to post, and so that is why I have no operations. But if you want to see, this is currently my 9.0.2 profile. Now, moving on to guild banks. Currently, I have 2 guild banks, and this is the first one. This is my main guild bank. Almost all my alts have access to this guild bank, so basically, if they need something, they can just go in here, grab it out, and it's shared between all of them. It is pretty unorganized. However, you could see I have some lockboxes stored up, I have some mounts I have to sell, some large stockpiles of certain items, shirts, crafting, etc. It looks really messy. Technically, it's all figured out in my head. I know where like my legendaries are, where all my items are. However, it does look really, really messy from an outsider's point of view. But this one is connected to all of my characters, and it has a ton of materials in it, so whenever somebody might need something or run out of something, all they have to do is pull up the guild bank and take it out. Alright, and this is my second guild bank, and this is strictly for overstock. This character, which is my druid, is the only character inside of this guild, and that is okay because this is overstock, which I do not need these items a lot, and if I did, all I have to do is send it out on this character. But as you can see, I have a lot of bear tartar, as well as these wings, because I did a flip that, not gonna lie, didn't go so well, but as you can see, I have about 40,000 chicken wings, and a lot of my shrouded cloth that is overstock is also in here. But yeah, this is strictly just items that I have to put away that I don't want to deal with right now. I send it over to this character to make sure it is still safe somewhere. However, I don't have to deal with it. So yeah, those are my 2 guild banks, and that is how I store my big bulky items. So yeah, that is how I set up my main realm. Now I will say I am set up on multiple different realms, as you can see. Now each realm, let's see, we'll go over here. Each realm has exactly basically 1 bank tune. It is level 1 or it is level 10. Whether or not I have allied races. For example, this is an alliance character, so it is level 1, since I do not have allied races. However, that is all I have on these characters. I just have a bank tune. Sometimes I have a class trial because I was testing stuff, but yeah, this is just strictly my bank tune. I get on this once a day, post the items, log off, and hope their sales the next morning. But yeah, I have a presence on a few different realms, and that is how I go about doing my multi-realm setups. Now, the last thing we are going to talk about is my second account, which I am going to go over right now. Alright, so this is my second account. As you can see, it is on the same realm as my main account. However, I only have 1 level 50, and this is my boosted druid that I got from buying Shadowlands Heroic Edition. Now, I use my second account for strictly vendor shuffles. A lot of people might use their second account for posting, stuff like that, but I only use it to vendor shuffle. So, as you can see, I was actually doing this the other day, so I have a ton of Tide Spray pants that I actually have to sell, which is filling up my inventory. But, yeah, I get on this character, I sit AFK, I have leatherworking and tailoring, so I can craft the linen pants as well as the composite bow. And as you can see in my inventory, I have a ton of desolate leather, as well as pallid bones. And in my personal bank, I have all the rest of the materials. Currently, it is pretty low stock because I haven't sent over the new resources that I've bought on my main account over here. But as you can see, I've made about 1.3 million on this character, strictly from vendor shuffling. Now I have bought some tokens and stuff like that, so this value is actually a little bit higher. However, strictly right now I have 1.3 million gold just on vendor shuffles. So yeah guys, that is basically how I set up my gold making. I have 3 main tunes, I have 3 main TSM profiles, and I also have a second account to do things while I am doing other content on my main account. So yeah guys, I hope this helps. I know this is not a direct gold tutorial, however, hopefully this helps you kind of set up how you want to make your gold and how you could start organizing things so it is easy for you to post and sell and stuff like that. Because I will say, if you have everything on one character, it kind of gets overwhelming and you forget what you have to do, and it just gets really crazy once you start selling a lot of items. So yeah, hopefully this helped. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you join the Discord down below. We talk about everything in our community. We have cute puppy pictures, anything you guys want. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.